Welcome to DSEJ Teleclasses, a digital initiative by Directorate of School Education, Jammu. Dear students, I am Mohinder Goswami. Today I am going to discuss with you a very beautiful topic, that is Papachit Moth. This beautiful lesson is taken from your book Tulip series and of class 10th, lesson number 6. Let's begin this beautiful topic. At the end of the story, students will be able to know about the author of the story. They will be able to know the new words in the story. They will be able to understand the text of the story. Along with this, they will also able to understand about the art of characterizations. They will learn about the grammatical skills and especially the voice. Along with this, students will be able to learn all kinds of skill, that is LSRW. Moreover, students will be sensitized towards the gender and they will be able to apply the learning in their real life. Students, let us begin this beautiful story with the introduction of the story. As you know, the present part of story which we are going to discuss is taken from the novel The God of Small Things. Novel The God of Small Things is a story about the childhood experiences of a pair of fraternal twins who became victims of circumstances. The book is about how small things build up one's behavior and affect the lives of people. The book won the Booker Prize in 1997. Now students, let us discuss the different characters in the story. In this story, you will be able to know about the main character of the story, that is Papachi. He is the main character of the story and all the other characters revolve around him. And there is another character is Mamachi, who is the wife of Papachi. And there is another main character, that is Chaco, who was their a son. And one more character is there, that is Kocho Maria and Amu. Let us now discuss this beautiful story and see what the different role played by these characters. Before discussing the story and its context, let us first divide this beautiful story into 3 different parts. In part 1, we will discuss about story and understand its comprehension. In part 2, we will discuss the different characters in the story, and along with this we will do question answers, and in part 3 we will work on grammatical part, that is language work. So let's start this beautiful story. And this beautiful story, as I have told you, is written by Arundhati Rai. Arundhati Rai is born on 24th of November 1961. She is an Indian writer. She writes in English and activist who won the Booker Prize in 1997 for her novel The God of Small Things. The present part of story which we are going to discuss is taken from this beautiful novel, The God of Small Things. So let's begin this beautiful story. As you know, this beautiful story is titled Papachi's Moth. Do you know what is mean by Papachi and what is moth? Okay, I will discuss with you. Papachi is a character in this story, and this word Papachi is referred as a grandfather. And in this story, who is Papachi? Shri Binam John IP. He was an imperial entomologist prior to his retirement. And in this story, there is another character, Mamachi. Like the Papachi, Mamachi is another character in this story. And who was Mamachi in this story? Mamachi was the wife of Papachi, and her original name was Shushama IP. So dear students, in this story we will also meet friends Amo and Chaco. Let's begin this beautiful story. Papachi had started making pickles commercially soon after Papachi retired from the government service in Delhi and came to live in Ayaminam. The Kottayam Bible Society was having a fair and asked Mamachi to make some of her famous banana jam and tender mango pickle. It sold quickly, and Mamachi found that she had more orders than she could cope with. Students, as the story opened, we find that Mamachi had started making pickles. She was doing the job of pickles, and she was not doing it only for a domestic purpose, but she is making pickles on commercial basis in a large scale. So at that time, Papachi was a retired government officer, and they came to live in Ayaminam, and Kottayam Bible Society was another there, and this society asked Papachi to make a jam and tender mango pickles for them, and it sold quickly when Mamachi made, and she made so good quality that it sold quickly, and Mamachi found that she had more orders. So by this, Mamachi got more orders about making pickles and jam. Then she coped up. Thrilled with her success, she decided to persist with the pickles and jam, and soon found herself busy all year round. So what in this line the writer says that she was so excited that she got a opportunity to make pickles, and her pickles were sold very quickly, and she decided to do the job the whole year. Papachi, for his part, was having trouble coping with the ignominy of retirement. He was 17 years older than Mamachi and realized with a shock that he was an old man, and when his wife was still in her prime. Actually, what happened? Papachi was retired now. He was retired from the post of director, and he was shocked. He was in a shock, and there was another reason of shocking was that one, he was retired, and another he was 17 years older than Papachi, and he realized that with the shock that he was an old man now, and when his wife was still in her prime. Though Mamachi had conical corneas and was already practically blind, Papachi would not help her with the pickle making because he had not considered pickle making a suitable job for high-ranking government official. So what the writer says in this line, she says that Mamachi had a problem with her eyes, and she was almost blind. She couldn't see anything near. Papachi would not help her. Papachi would not help her with the pickle making because he had considered pickle making not suitable for a government official who was retired. So he had always been a jealous man, so he greatly resented the attention his wife was suddenly getting. Actually, he was not happy with his wife. He was not happy with the business. He slouched around the compound in his immaculately tailored suit, weaving swollen circles around mounds of red chilies and fleshy powder, yellow turmeric, watching Mamachi supervising the buying, the weighing, the salting, and drying the thymes and tender mangoes. Every night he beat her with the brass flour vase. Actually, what is in this line the writer says? The writer says that he was not helping Mamachi in any way. He considered the pickle making below his dignity, and even he was just wander around while Mamachi making the pickles, and at every night, and when the night came, so at every night he beat her with a brass flower vase. The beating weren't new. What was new was only the frequency. One night Papachi broke the bow of Mamachi's violin and threw it in the river. Even one day what happened? The violin of Mamachi that she liked a lot, Papachi broke it and threw it into the river. Then Chaco came home for a summer vacation from Oxford. He had grown to be a big man and was in those days strong from rowing off Balliol. A week after he arrived, he found Papachi beating Mamachi in the study. Chaco strode into the room, caught Papachi's waist hand and twisted it around his back. Then what happened? Few days after, when Chaco came, Chaco was the son of Papachi. He came for summer vacation. Actually, he was studying in Oxford. He came. He had grown to be a big man. Now he was not a small kid. He was grown fully like a man. And was in those days a strong. And he was a very strong, muscular man. A week after he arrived, he found. And one night what happened? A week after he arrived, he found Papachi beating Mamachi in the study. Then what happened? Chaco strode. Do you know what is strode mean? Strode means to walk with the long steps. Chaco strode into the room, caught the Papachi's waist hand and twisted it around his back. I never want this happen to again, he told his father ever. Actually, what happened? He warned his father that whatever you are doing is not good and I won't allow you to do this. So he warned by saying the line. What was the line? I never want this to happen again. He told this line to his father. For the rest of the day, Papachi sat in the veranda and stared sternly out the ornamental garden, ignoring the plates of food and Kochumari bought her. Late at night, he went into his study and brought out his favorite mahogany rocking chair. He put it down in the middle of the in the middle of the driveway and smashed it into a little bits with the plumber monkey's wrench. He left it there the moonlight, heap of varnished wicker and splintered wood. He never touched Mamachi again, but he never spoke to her either as long as he lived. When he needed anything, he used Kochumaria or baby Kochma as an intermediaries. What in this line the writer says? The writer says when Chaco gave warning to his father, to at that time he was get totally disturbed, and for the rest of the day Papachi sat in the veranda, and after that warning Papachi sat the whole day in the veranda, and he even didn't take food. And the plate was lying there. Late at night he went into his study, and after late night he went into his study room, and he bought from there his favorite chair, mahogany chair, which he used to sit and never allowed anybody to sit. He brought in that chair outside. He put it down in the middle of the driveway and smashed it a little bits with the plumber's monkey wrench. He took a big monkey's wrench and broke his favorite chair into different pieces. He left it there in the moonlit heap of varnished, and after that he decided he never spoke to Mamachi as he lived in the whole life. When he needed anything so he used Kochumaria or baby Kochma as an intermediary. He asked someone else when he wants to talk with her. In the evening, next day in the evening, when he knew visitors were expected, He knew at that time that many people came to his home because Mamachi had a business, and it is in a commercial scale flourishing day and night. And at that time in the evening, the next day, when he broke his mahogany chair, and even after getting the warning from Chaco not to beat Mamachi, and he was totally disturbed. And at the next day, what happened in the evening, when he knew visitors were expected, he would sit on the veranda and sew buttons that weren't missing onto his shirts to create an impression that Mamachi neglected him. To some small degree, he did succeed in further corroding Ayman's view of working wives. Actually, what happened the next day, he was giving impression to the visitors that he was sewing buttons of his shirt, which was already there, which was not fallen from the shirt, but he was showing and giving a bad impression of Machi, that she was not caring him. And this story is totally based on the social issues of at that time. He bought the sky blue Plymouth from an old Englishman in Munnar. He became a familiar sight in Aymenom, coasting importantly down the narrow road in his white car, looking outwardly elegant, but sweating freely inside the woolen suit. He wouldn't allow Momachi or anyone else in the family to use it, even to sit in it. The Plymouth was Papachi's revenge. Papachi had been an imperial entomologist at the Pusa Institute. After independence, when the British left, his designation was changed from imperial entomologist to giant director entomology. The year he retired, he had risen to rank of equivalent to director. What happened? Papachi had been imperial entomologist, means he was a specialist in the study of insects at Pusa Institute. And after independence, when the British left this country, so his designation was changed. He became a giant director entomology. The year he retired, he had risen to a rank of equivalent to director. And when he was retired from his service, so he became a director. His life's greatest setback was not having had the moth that he had discovered named after him. Actually, he discovered a name. That's why the story was titled Papachi's Moth. But the moth he discovered was named after his was not named after his name. It was a very big setback to him. It fell into his drink. Actually, what happened? This moth was one day when he was sitting in the veranda. This moth fell into his drink. And one evening, while he was sitting in the veranda of rest house after a long day in the field, as he picked it out, he noticed its unusually dense dorsal tufts. He took a closer look. With a growing excitement, he mounted it, measured it, and the next morning placed it in the sun for a few hours for the alcohol to evaporate. Then he caught the first train back to Delhi, the taxonomic attentions, and he hoped fame after 6 unbearable months of anxiety. To Papachi's intense disappointment, he was told that this moth had finally been identified as a slightly unusual race of a well-known species that belonged to tropical family Lemanthidia. The real blow came 12 years after. But the real blow came 12 years after, when as a consequence of radical taxonomic reshuffle, decided that Papachi's moth was in fact a separate species. At that time, it was decided that this species was a new one and genus hitherto unknown to science. By then, of course, Papachi had retired. But what happened? At that time, Papachi was retired from the post of director, and this happened after 12 years. years, and it was too late for him to assert his claim. So at that time, it was a very, it was too late to claim to the discovery. His moth was named after the acting director of the Department of Entomology, a junior officer whom Popachi had always disliked. So what happened at that time? The acting director was credited by this discovery instead of Popachi, because Popachi was died, and after 12 years this was renamed, and it was a totally shock for Popachi, and this was the only reason. That's why his mood was totally disturbed. In the years to come, even though he had been ill-humored long before he discovered the moth, Papachi's moth was held responsible for his black moods and sudden bouts of temper. Its pernicious ghost grey, furry and unusually dense dorsal tufts hunted every house that he ever lived in, and it tormented him and his children and his children's children until the day he died. And when he died, even in the stifling minimum heat, every single day Papachi wore a well-dressed three-piece suit, and he maintained his personality till his death. He wore a three-piece suit and his gold pocket watch on his dressing table next to his room, and silver hair brush. He kept a picture of himself as a young man with his hair slicked down, taken in the photographer's studio in Vienna, where he had done the 6-month diploma course that had qualified him to apply for the post of imperial entomologist. It was during those few months they spent in Vienna and Momachi took her first lessons on the violins. The lessons were abruptly discontinued when Momachi teachers Longski Treflins made a mistake of telling Papachi that his wife was exceptionally talented and, in the opinion, potentially Momachi pasted in the family photograph album the clipping from the Indian Express that reported Papachi's death, and it said, and when Papachi was died, and Indian Express has published a note in their article, and it was written, noted entomologist Shri Binam John IP, son of late Rev John IP of Iminom, popularly known as Ponium Kunju, suffering a massive heart attack and passed away at the Kottayam General Hospital last night. He developed chest pains around 1 a.m. and was rushed to hospital. The end came 2:45 a.m. IP had been keeping in different health since his last 6 months. He is survived by his wife Soshma and 2 children. And this was the article published in the newspaper, and it was kept by Momachi in his album. At Papachi's funeral, Momachi cried and her contact lens slid around her eyes. Amu told the twins that Momachi was crying more because she was used to him than she loved him. She was used to having him slouching around the pickle factory and was used to being bitten from time to time. Amu said the human beings were creatures of habit, and it was amazing the kind of things they could get used to. You only had to look around him, Amu said, to see the beating with brass vases were the list of them. And at the Papachi's funeral, Momachi was the one who cried a lot. And her contact lenses even slid around her eyes. So what happened? Amu told the twins that Momachi was crying more because she used to him, not because she loved him. So students, we have completed this part 1. Now we will discuss part 2, and in part 2 we will mainly discuss the character of Papachi and Momachi. Dear students, now let us discuss the character of Papachi. As far as the character of Papachi is concerned, Papachi means grandfather. Here in this story, Shri John Binam IP was Papachi. He was retired from the post of director. The whole story revolved around him. His character sketch can be discussed under the following points. Point number 1, retired government officer. He was a retired government officer. He joined the service during the British period. He worked as an imperial entomologist When the British left, he rose to the post of a director in the Department of Entomology. The second point is egoistic person. As you know, students, he was an egoistic person. He considered the job of making pickles below his dignity. This reflects that he was little bit egoistic person. Not a good husband. He was not a good husband. He treated his wife like a servant. Even he beats her frequently. He never helped her in his work of pickles making. Now, students, the point number 4, a bad tempered person. He was a bad tempered person. Once he discovered a new species of moth, but the credit was never given to him. It left a deep bitterness in his heart. Students, point number 5, died of heart attack. He died of severe heart attack. His wife cried at his funeral. It was because she had used to him, not because she loved him. She had become used to even his beating. In the end, we can say that he is the main character of the story. All the incidents and events directly or indirectly linked with him. The story cannot be moved for a second without him. Dear students, now let us discuss the character of Momachi. Momachi means grandmother, and here Momachi is the wife of Papachi. She is 17 years junior in age to her husband. Her character sketch can be discussed under the following headings. Point number 1, hardworking women. She was a hardworking woman. She worked very hard. She started making pickles on a commercial scale. Her business developed day after day. Victim of Papachi's bad tempered. She was a victim of Papachi's bad tempered. He would beat his wife almost every night with a brass flour vase. Once his son saw him doing this, he warned him never to do that again. Papachis never touched his wife after that, but he never spoke to her also. Never protested. She bore all his cruelty patiently, but she never protested against him. Habitual of her husband. She became habitual of her husband, even to his beating also. When he died, she cried a lot, not because she loved him, but she was used to him. Conclusion. In the end, we can say that she was a hard-working woman who respected her husband despite the fact that he used to beat her every day. She was the heart and soul of the story. Now, students, let us discuss the topic wise. It is in your language work. As you know, it is a form of sentence that tells whether the action is done by the subject or the effect of action is received by the agent. Now, students, this topic wise is of two main types, that is active wise and passive wise. Now let us discuss one by one what is active wise and what is passive wise and how they can be interchanged. Now students, let us first discuss the active wise. When the subject acts, the sentence is said to be in active wise. For example, Ram killed the snake. Here Ram is the subject and Ram act in this sentence, and that's why this is active wise. In another example, she wrote a letter. Here she is a subject and she act in this sentence, and that's why it is active voice. Now students, let us discuss the another type, that is passive voice. When the effect, what I am saying, effect, when the effect of action is received by the agent means object, the sentence is said to be in passive voice. For example, in the earlier example we discussed that Ram killed the snake. Here the snake was killed by Ram. Here object is receiving the action of the subject. Now in the second example, a letter was written by her. We have earlier discussed that she wrote a letter. So here in passive voice, a letter was written by her. This is the passive of that sentence. Now students, let us discuss the rules for changing voice. PS means present simple, change into is MR plus V3. PS is MR plus being plus V3. Present perfect has, have plus been plus V3. Present past indefinite was, were plus V3. Past continue was, were plus being plus V3. Past perfect had plus been plus V3. In the same way, future simple will, shall plus be plus V3, and future perfect, that is will, shall plus have plus been plus V3. Students, let us discuss some more rules. In case of modals, modal plus be plus V3, and in case of imperative, you are order, advise, request to, or let be not be plus V3. Now students, let us discuss with an example. She killed the snake. Here she is a subject, it becomes the object of other sentence, that is her, and the snake of first sentence, that is object, becomes the subject of the first one. The answer will be like this: the snake was killed by her. Now students, let us discuss the another example. Rohan is playing the game. Here Rohan is subject and game is object. Now this game word, which is object, change and become the subject. The game is being played by Rohan. This is the required answer. Rohan is a subject and it becomes the object of other sentence. And in this way you can solve many examples. You just open your textbook and find there are so many examples, and go through this example and try to give the answer of all of them. Now students, it's time for home assignment. You just read the story from the textbook and try to find out answer of the given questions. Along with this, you just tell me one thing, that do you think the story Papachi's Mouth is a reflection of male dominated society? If you think so, please write down in your notebook. We have completed this beautiful story. Hope you have enjoyed it. Now I would like to request you, just go through this story once again and read out each and everything.